guys, and welcome back to another part of my Forsaken New Players Guide. This is part 2, and this is sadly the last part. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about stamina management, Noli's fake generators, and how to use Slasher. Without further ado, let's get right into it. First of all, the Noli's fake generators. When Noli is chosen as killer, there is some fake generators out there, and it can really affect your gameplay if you're doing them, because it spawns a fake Noli to come after you. But the best ways you can avoid doing a fake generator to spawn the fake Noli is by looking to see if it's missing any numbers. So for example, this fake generator right here, as you can see, it's missing 2 dots with the number 4. So if it's missing 2 dots with the number, so for example, there's 1, 2, 3, and there's no 2 dots with a number 4 on it, and it's missing a number, then it's a fake generator and you instantly get off it without being a victim of the hallucination. Next up, we've got stamina management. So if you go down to 0, you'll know that it takes a pretty long time to regenerate your stamina. But right here, as you can see, when I don't go to 0, it takes so much faster. So, for example, if we both go to, if Noli goes to 0, the Noli is already at full stamina. So here, I put the Noli to 0, and I'm already at full stamina. So, yeah. And never let it reach 100 either, since you're missing out on precious stamina. Because you're missing out on precious stamina gains as well. So if you're looping a killer, having the stamina advantage is best when starting a chase. So for example, you're looping the killer. He's gonna come around to you with around 100 stamina, and then you run around the corner, and then with 90 stamina. And then he runs around the corner, 90 stamina. By then, you'll have run around this corner. So basically, your stamina will have been regenerated by each corner that the Noli turns. So this is Slasher right here. And I'm going to be showing you how to use him, because when you first join Forsaken, you're going to be like, oh, how do you use this killer? And you're just going to be confused by a lot of survivors who know what they're doing. So first of all, you've got your slash ability, which just does 20 damage. And it has around like 2 seconds of a 2-second cooldown. I'm going to save Behead for last because it's a very important tactic. Next is Gashing Wounds, which if used, it does 50 damage. Like that. and it's got a very long wind-up which allows survivors to get away. Gashing Wounds is probably only used when Shedletskis miss their slash stun, guests miss their block, and that's probably it. Oh yeah, and also when chances miss their gunshot and you're like really close to them as well. Yeah. And for Raging Pace, it's weird. When you use slash after Raging Pace, it gives you a little lunge forward, which I kind of like, to be honest. It's a bit crazy how... Ow! 2-time? What'd you do that for? Anyway, as I was saying, when you use Raging Pace and slash, it gives you a little lunge forward, which is very good in some cases when you need to regain your stamina. Raging Pace is usually used for when you need to regain stamina, because if the survivor has a stamina advantage, you can just instantly take that away with Raging Pace. And also, there is some slight upgrades for when you use Raging Pace. And certain abilities. Yeah. So first one is Raging Pace and Gashing Wounds, which I'm going to show you in a minute after I get unstunned, because I'm trying to give 2-time enough health to deal with it. If you go into Raging Pace and then use Gashing Wounds, instead of doing 50 damage like I showed you earlier, it does 70 damage and can be used with the same reasons as before. And next is Raging Pace and Behead, which goes from 20 damage to 35 damage. Again, it's also a pretty big upgrade. And the best for last is actually Behead. I saved Behead for last because it actually has a really cool tactic that you can use. So when a survivor is one shot to the M1, since Behead does the same amount of damage as slash, you can use Behead instead of slash to skip the kill animation when the survivor is meant to get killed. Like that, it just completely skipped the kill animation, which is honestly crazy. You should try this tech with guests, because guest and slasher have a very long kill animation. It takes around 3 seconds, which is a really long amount of time for new players for one kill animation, and it's one kill animation. I'm not even joking about that either. So that is all for part 2 and my final part of this Forsaken New Players Guide. So without further ado, bye guys, and I hope to see you in the next video where I will be using my voice again. Bye guys!